This is what it's looking like. You ready to go see your present? Mm-hmm. You excited? Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Jesse Lawless, and today is actually going to be a really exciting video to film. I just bought my girlfriend a shit ton of presents for her car. We're basically going to be installing those today. Ended up getting a full sound system, subs, door speakers, Tesla touchscreen radio. Sorry for the interruption, but I actually didn't end up getting the Tesla screen in the car. Oh man, you'll see why later in the video. This build should be pretty legit. Look at how much stuff I got. Look, her car is literally filled up with boxes. I got a bunch of Scar audio, Scar audio, Scar audio. I also have a custom sub box that is going in the trunk as well. I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out of the car and set it all up so you guys can see exactly what I'm working with. Got everything set up. This is what it looks like. It literally looks like heaven, but can't keep it like that. Got to put it on the car. So first things first, start off with the sub box. I ended up going on eBay and I found a box to fit the 2008 Lexus ISF. It fits two 12s. It's just a sealed box, nothing too crazy. So for the subs, I ended up going with two Scar D2, just regular 12s. For the amp, I ended up going with a 1200 watt monoblock, pretty basic Scar audio amp. I just liked the way it looked. For her doors, she has three separate speakers. So first off, tweeters, I went with Scar. Ended up going with a 2.75 inch speaker for her doors. And also to finalize, went with the Scar 6.5s. I just went with the 4 gauge wiring kit from Scar Audio. It's pretty good, matched the color of the car. Ended up getting it. Last but definitely not least, this is basically everything that I have that we're going to be putting in the car, along with some LEDs that I'm going to later on put in there as well to pretty up the trunk. Taking all of our stuff out right now, getting all cleaned up and ready for the video. Once I get it all figured out, I will pick the camera back up. Just so you guys have an idea of what the box is looking like in the trunk, I went ahead and threw it in here. It fits like a glove. Hang on, let me turn the flash on. It's basically just a 212 box, and then they just put a faceplate on there for me, so I didn't have to do it. It shapes the shock towers, goes up in there, shapes that as well. Goes along there, very nice. I'm thinking about doing something with the flooring. I've seen people do hardwood flooring before and stuff like that. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and take all the door panels off, throw the speakers in there, see what they sound like. Then after I get all that figured out, we're gonna move to the subs and amp. Now that we got all the door panels off, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox all of the door speakers and get a game plan on how I'm gonna put them in, and then I'm gonna pick the camera up again. I've been struggling with these tweeters for quite a minute, but I got a game plan on what I'm gonna do with these. Let me just show you. Here is the speaker grill that goes in the door panel. The old tweeter was much smaller than the new Scar tweeters. This is what the old tweeter sat in, and that wouldn't fit. The tweeter's a little bit too thick for this anyways to fit between this and this. What I'm gonna do is cut out this hole a little bit bigger, stick this in there, glue it, and let them dry overnight. I don't really need them done tonight anyways, because this is probably gonna be like a 3-day process, so I've got time. I'm gonna go ahead and glue these, put them to the side, let them dry overnight, and then I'm gonna move to the doors. Just to show you guys how badly this car needed these speakers. Look at this. Look at this. This is our old 6.5 main speaker. Look, it's completely blown out. I swear to God, it was like this when I opened it. Completely blown out. I finally ended up getting the door speakers into the doors. I had to customize the mid bracket just a little bit just to get the speaker to fit in there. I also had to modify the black plastic piece that held the old door speaker in to get this one to fit. The lettering is upside down. That's the only way I really could have mounted it to make it work. So all I'm gonna do is take a black Sharpie and mark it out so you can't see it through the grill. So now I'm gonna move to the back doors. These are looking a little tricky. There's actually a smaller speaker back here, but I can fit a 6.5 back here. I think I'm gonna take this speaker out of here, go and cut all of this excess plastic, and then just self-tap the speaker into that base. So I'm gonna do that, see how it goes, and then I'll pick the camera up and show you guys. Perfect circle. So now that I have the bezel all grinded out, let's see if the speaker will fit in here. Yep. A lot has happened since I last recorded. So I ended up getting the speakers on all 4 door panels, but I ended up hearing a noise in the back of the car. I couldn't figure out what it was. It was like a buzzing noise, and I unplugged the sub, but wait till you see what I did. I basically took her whole entire back interior completely out. Just to show you guys, I took the seat out, I took all the paneling right here out, took these panels out, and then I took the top deck out. I don't know if you can hear it up in here, but you can hear the buzzing. I just got the 2 speakers out of the back deck lid of the car. Now, one of them was vibrating, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. You can see in the inside, you could hear it, the little cone came off. Let me look at that. This is what was making all that rattling, Morgan. I keep walking past the sub box and it looks so freaking sick in there. It's now the next day. On my way home from work, I stopped by Lowe's and I picked up some hardwood flooring. It's a light gray color. It looks pretty nice. I'll show you it in a second. I also picked up some plywood to have a base for the hardwood flooring in the trunk. Now that I got the camera set up, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and see what they look like. This is what they look like. I ended up picking a light gray color. I think it'll go good with the paint. Next, I'm gonna take the box back out of the car and mount the subs in the box, put them back in, and then get the amp wiring kit and run all the RCAs, run all the wires to the battery and all that stuff. Then I'll get into putting the wood on the floor of the trunk. I ended up not having any speaker wire at the house for the sub, so I'm on my way right now to the speaker store. I'm gonna pick up some wire and then head back to the house. All right, got the speaker wire. It's time to go back to the house. Literally a 15-minute drive for just this. Now I have both subs installed, wired, ready to go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the amp and figure out how I'm gonna wire it, where I'm gonna run the wires to. It's pretty simple, so I'm not gonna take the time out to video it. We'll figure all that out, and then I'm gonna pick the camera back up. Through this whole install, I would have to say this has got to be the best feeling of the whole thing. This power wire. Oh my God, I finally got it through. So now I've got the power wire ran to the trunk, kind of at a stopping point because I also have to run the RCAs from the head unit to the amp. In order to do that, I have to put the Tesla screen in. So I might as well get into that. It's now the next morning since last night when I was putting the head unit in. Oh man. I could not figure out how to wire it to save my life. It was like I was missing something. All of the little connections that come off of the back of the radio that plug into the main part of it, they like didn't send me the adapters for that plug-in to go to the car. It's almost like as if they didn't send me an extra harness for the radio that I need. That, and there's no instructions with this thing. Now it does turn on and it works and everything, but I can't figure out how to get all of the features on the radio to work without all those little adapters. So that means literally when you connect your phone, you can only play music through just the speaker. Doing that would eliminate the subs, literally make all this for nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the stock head unit back in. Once I do that, we'll move on to wiring the amp. Just to show you guys how I'm gonna mount the amp, I ended up taking this, whoop, don't do that. I ended up taking these L brackets and I put them in the vise, squished them together to kind of give it a more angle. Now, when I go to screw it onto the back, it'll be angled up like this right at you when you open the trunk. Just showing you guys real quick before I keep going. Here it is, guys. This is what it's looking like so far, and God, it's looking good, man. I put the amp a little bit farther back just so she has some type of trunk space right here. I'm also gonna make panels to cover these. There's factory ones that cover that up, but I don't think it's gonna flow good with the wood, so I'm just gonna continue the wood out to the outside. For now, I'm at a stopping point because I have to run my bass knob, then put everything back in and pick up the camera. Just to show you guys what I'm doing with the bass knob. So this is the bass knob that Scar sends you with the amp. There used to be one of these right here. I popped it out, so I'm gonna go ahead and grind all up in here to get this to go in there, fit in there, so it'll look very factory for her. All right, here's what I got. I ended up grinding it out. Insert it in there. From this bracket, I used one of the screws over here. I drilled a little hole in the plastic, put the screw in there, and it's holding it in there pretty tight. Now I'm gonna install this back into the car, run my wire all the way back to the amp, put the subs back in, and then put the amp back in. And then I'm gonna move on to putting the doors back together. This is what it's looking like right there. It's definitely looking pretty clean. Better than putting it down here and screwing it into the dash. I don't really like the way that looks. This car is kicking my butt. This is what I have so far. I now have the amp mounted, the subs in place, everything wired. Now all that's really left to do to finish the trunk off is to add the corner pieces. They already come with these, but I don't think it looks finished. Back there, it just cuts off and goes to black. So I'm gonna use these as a template and trace it out on the hardware floor. And I think I'm just gonna end up snapping them into these pieces and just leave them over this, just in case if anyone later on wants to reuse these. I now have all the door panels back on, all the tweeters done in the door panels, got that all finished. All that's really left is to put the back seat in and all the panels that go around here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This is what it's looking like. Today took a little bit longer than expected, so I ended up moving the car out of the shop. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this place up because it is a mess. I'm gonna finish this up, wrap everything up, and pick all this trash and clean the floor, and then pick the camera back up tomorrow. And it's tomorrow. This thing is louder than my car. It's now Christmas Eve. I have a little bit touching up to do. I'm basically just gonna show you guys the final product. Yeah, I think it came out amazing. I'm not a professional at all. I do not do car audio. I do some on the side for myself, so don't judge, but I think it came out amazing for my skill level. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I did try to make it look somewhat clean and give her like a custom trunk feel. On these outside pieces, I'm still deciding if I want to keep them. If I do keep them, I will remake them and make them flow with this line and just go straight across so it does look a little bit cleaner. But for now, at least she can access her storage panels down here. I didn't get a chance to glue these yet, so they do slide. But for now, they'll work. Tomorrow's really gonna tell us if I did a good job or not. She kept asking me what she was gonna get. She was like, what am I getting? What am I getting? She kept guessing things and guessing things. She ended up figuring out that I got her speakers, but I'm pretty sure she is thinking that I was just replacing her blown out speakers because that's all she really wanted. There's no way she's thinking that I was planning on doing all this. So we're gonna see tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve. I'm gonna go enjoy my Christmas Eve with my family. I'm gonna put the camera down for the night, enjoy my sleep, wait for Santa to come in the morning, and I'll pick the camera back up. Good morning. It's Christmas morning. We just got done opening our presents up. Now, it's time for Morgan to open her last and final present, which is what I've been working on this whole time. I'm gonna go get her and then bring her back here and then we'll get a reaction. You ready to go see your present? Mm-hmm. You excited? Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm so excited. I don't know if you're gonna like it though. Why? I don't know. You might not like it. It's not like it took me a whole fucking week to do or anything. Jesus Christ.
I'm scared. What did you do?
I want you to just look around it, open the door, see if you see anything different about it. Oh, I also cleaned it for you because it was dirty as shit too. Did you lower? No, I didn't lower. No. Don't see anything different about it.
Did you put speakers in here? What is this? What is this?
She looked at the bass knob.
It's clean.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Crying?
No.
Why? You like it? She's actually crying. Holy crap. Alright, well now you have to play it. You have to come play a song. Got a good reaction. Also, since you don't know, I went ahead and changed every single door speaker in here. Tweeters, all new tweeters.
You changed all of these?
New tweeters, new mids, new doors back here, new tweeters in the back, and also new speakers in the back on the back deck lid. Yeah.
So good.
Everything's new. Everything's new in here, so it sounds pretty fucking
We're having very
sick.
big time.
A love letter came through the mail. He said when lies, so I tell the truth all the time. Ain't got no sympathy for the bitch. Baby, I get too on the occasion, but it really for the game. When I was young. Don't get too fast.
What do you think?
I love it!
Hear how clear it is?
Finally.
Yeah. Check out what Morgan got me for Christmas. This rug is sick. It's a spitting image of my car on a rug. This thing is sick. If you want to see where you can get one of these, go check out my Instagram. I posted a picture with this and I tagged the guy who makes it. I think it's about time to wrap this video up. If you like what you saw, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. And hope you guys like the video. Subscribe for more. See you in the next one.